everyone know here a couple of things. We will keep decorum in this room. If there's any clapping, any hissing, anything like that, I will direct Capitol Security to remove you.
This is one of the reasons why I really appreciate Chairman Parry's decision to have this hearing today to get the information because I want to make sure we're treating people fairly, and we want to compensate them for the work that they're doing. But if we have increases...
Excuse me, folks. Don't make me clear the room.
Mr. Chair, that's an inappropriate threat. I think
no,
if
no,
a
it's
member
not.
of the
Representative Winkler, excuse me. I'm the chair. And at the beginning I said I would not put up with any of
laughing?
that. Laughing, snickering, any of it.
Mr. Chair,
there's no place here.
You said clapping and
no.
cheering and groaning or something like that. And I think if somebody's funny on the committee and people laugh, I mean, that's a human reaction.
I didn't believe Representative Downey was being funny. I believe he was asking specific questions. Well, excuse me.
Mr. Chair, I don't think the taxpayers think Mr. Downey was being funny either, and there are not a lot of them in the room today.
They're all taxpayers. Mr. Chair, Senator Benson, everybody in this room is a taxpayer.
I apologize, Mr. Chair, and to the people in the room. I understand they're taxpayers, but there are a lot more people who have a stake in this game.
And, Mr. Chair, if this was a committee hearing to discuss business taxation and the room were filled with businesses, I don't think that you would be making threats at the outset of the hearing to tell them that if they made any untoward noise, including laughing, that they would have to be ejected from the room. I think that you are not treating these people with respect. And I would just like to take a moment to welcome all of you
Representative Winkler, excuse me. I have said that to every committee meeting as a chairman before I've started. And I will continue to do that. This is no disrespect for anyone that comes before my committee. They need to know my ground rules as the chairman. Are you clear on that, Representative Winkler?
Mr. Chair, you threatened to clear the room when the audience laughed.
Exactly. And I will, if it gets ruly again or out of control, I will adjourn and or take a recess and have the room cleared. That's my rules for my committee.
Mr. Chair,
when you run a committee, Representative Winkler, you can have your rules. But until you do, we'll live by my rules in this committee.
Mr. Chair, and to the members of the audience, I'd like to welcome you to the building that you pay for, and to have to come to the room and have an opportunity to speak and hear about an issue that directly affects your lives. And I'd like to thank you for the work that you do on behalf of the people of the state. And I'd also like to thank you for the work that you do in implementing all of the policy decisions that we so gloriously make here at the legislature. So thank you for coming. Be careful.
Mr. Chair, you keep running this meeting. Mr. Representative Benson had a question, and then you would kind of pile on with your own little question. Now Representative Winkler had a question, and you kind of editorialize. Is that how you work it in the Senate? I don't think chairs in the House do that. Is that allowed in the Senate?
When you're chair, it is.
So all's good and fair and love and war in the Senate.
I guess that's what it is.
It's probably a blessing you're down to your last 3 meetings. I figure you'll milk this for 3 days of per diem, perhaps.
We'll take a 10-minute recess.